Here we have the current stock market update for SIRIUS XM Holdings Incorporated, stock ticker SIRI. Before we begin with today's chart analysis, if you find these educational materials to be helpful in your trading, please remember to click the like and subscribe buttons and leave your thoughts below in the comments section so that other traders will be able to find this information more easily on the platform. So as we can see here, we have the 4-hour price chart. Each candle on this price chart will be representative of a 4-hour trading period. And as we can see here, the share price itself has started to move lower once again. I posted a video on this stock previously. The chart itself doesn't look terrific in my opinion. I don't really have a problem with the underlying product. It's not a bad product, but overall, the share price movement itself and the price action really isn't indicative of a strong buying opportunity at the moment. So in this video, I will be going over some important price levels, some important support and resistance zones, so that hopefully traders can identify profitable trading strategies for this stock going forward. So currently what we're looking at here is a share price movement that has sort of drifted back toward the mid-20s. Of course, this does not yet retest the prior low, which was posted during the middle of June, roughly June 13th, where we saw share prices move down toward 24.67. So this recent price movement has been fairly substantial after a somewhat strong rally here previously. However, we're starting to retest those lows, refocus on those lows, and it does look to be just a matter of time before that 24.67 area is tested once again. So as things currently stand, what we do have to assess here is this most recent price move higher from 24.67 to 41.20, and we can see here that the major break of support was seen right around 28.30. So what we're going to do here is to look at this price zone and explain exactly why this is significant for the stock. So specifically what we're looking at here is the price movement from 24.67 to 41.20. If we're looking at this trend wave here, we can see that the 78.6% Fibonacci retracement of this move, which is sort of this teal blue line here, comes in right around 28.20, 28.30. And then if we also look at the historical price action in this area, we can see that share prices have roughly tested this area more than once and managed to find some buying activity in this area. So this sort of does validate that support zone. However, recently this price area has broken, and this does suggest that this is now the major level to watch now to the top side. So just to quickly go over what happened here, we did see a price bounce here roughly occurring during the August 5 trading session. This is when share prices were able to move back into the mid-30s, posting highs of 36.40. But then ultimately that price level, 28.30, did start to break here. And this final price movement did occur during the August 19 trading session. So this is a fairly significant break lower. We see a large amount of trend momentum that was associated with the stock during that period of time. And it occurred just as these share prices themselves were moving below the exponential moving average cluster. So that would be this break below this yellow line here. That would be the 20-period exponential moving average. So at that point, share prices were trading then below all 4 of the major exponential moving averages. And this is when downside share price momentum really started to accelerate. From the historical perspective here, the main historical support break did come in at this 28.30 level. And then as you can see here, share prices posted this 26.60 low and then retested that same 28.30 area from the bottom. So this is an important lesson here for anybody that's trying to learn how to analyze these stocks. Once you break a support zone like this, that area of support now is expected to become resistance. And the reason for that is, there will be many people that are starting to buy the stock into this area. And we can see that start to develop here. If we look closely, if we drill in here, we can see a green candle here. There was an attempted, buyers were attempting to step into the market at this point and buy into the support zone. However, when there are not enough buyers to enter into the market at that point, those positions are going to have to either close out or become stopped out with stop losses as share prices start to move through that support zone and then invalidate that support zone. So, for example, if you were to buy into this area here, which would be perfectly reasonable because you do have an area of historical support as well as an area of Fibonacci support coming in right into contact with this level. There's nothing wrong with betting on a reversal here. But once that level becomes invalidated, people are going to start exiting that position and or get stopped out of that position automatically. So once that starts to occur, those stop loss orders, they'll become now sell orders effectively. They were buy orders previously, they're stopped out. Now they become sell orders. And this is really what sort of generates all this negative momentum and creates all this follow through to the downside. So once that area now becomes retested once again, there was this prior selling activity here, which was really just stop loss activity. It wasn't really an outright short sell or something like that. But there was previously all this selling activity based on those stop losses being tripped, and then this is ultimately what creates this later move here to the downside. So this is a fairly good lesson or fairly good example of how support zones ultimately become resistance zones. And as we can see here, the share price was also running right into this 20-period exponential moving average. We can sort of move in here a bit to see that share prices did bounce right into that yellow line at this region of prior support that would now be expected to work as resistance. So this is, all these factors working together are ultimately what forces share prices in the negative direction. So currently, what we're dealing with here, is a share price movement. This recent low for this recent candle here comes in right around 2660. But what we're looking at here is a broader low here based on these 2467 trend wave movements. And if we do start to see breaks of these areas and a daily close below this area, then I would expect to start to see share price momentum start to accelerate in the downward direction. So these are some of the price levels that I'm watching currently. In order to reinvigorate the uptrend, I would need to see a break of this area up here coming in at roughly 3340. So there is a lot of price movement there to the top side that would need to occur in order to reverse this price outlook. And then in addition to that, we can see that the negative trend momentum in the relative strength index reading is also pointed in the downward direction. And this recent uptrend here has now been broken. So there really isn't a lot supporting the stock at this point, and I do maintain my bearish outlook for the share price itself. Here's the current stock market update for SIRIUS XM Holdings Incorporated, stock ticker SIRI. Our high value trading strategies membership is currently available for a limited time for only $9.99 per month. These high conviction investment strategies are characterized by superior risk to reward metrics that target massive market beating returns over time. Join now to outperform the market. Lock in this special introductory rate of just $9.99 per month for the entire lifetime of your membership and start trading stocks with the pros.